Lakers fans, the tension is palpable. As the trade deadline approaches, whispers of a potential game-changing move are electrifying the airwaves. Imagine adding a player who not only brings a scoring punch, but also enhances our defensive versatility. With the stakes higher than ever and playoff positioning on the line, the Lakers are on the brink of something monumental. You need to stay tuned for all the latest developments. Hit that subscribe button and like this video to follow every twist and turn as we chase another championship. The Los Angeles Lakers are on the brink of something monumental as we dive into the off-season chatter. The whispers are growing louder about a potential trade for a young star who could significantly enhance the team's defensive versatility and scoring power. With the post-season looming and recent struggles revealing some glaring gaps in the roster, the urgency for a shakeup has never been more pronounced. There's a lot on the line as we look to bolster our chances for another championship run. LeBron James and Luka Doncic are leading the charge, but let's face it, recent performances have raised some serious alarms. A 3-game losing streak is concerning, especially with the playoffs just around the corner. We need reliable size in the front court and more defensive options. With LeBron nearing the end of his illustrious career and Luka in his prime, the pressure is mounting for the Lakers to make the right moves in this pivotal offseason. First off, let's talk about Miles Turner. This guy has been a top target for years, and it finally feels like the stars might align for a deal. Imagine bringing in a true rim protector who can also stretch the floor, averaging 15.5 points and shooting nearly 40% from deep while blocking. Almost 2 shots a game, he could be the defensive anchor we desperately need. Sure, giving up Rui Hachimura and a distant first-round pick might sting a bit, but if we are serious about contending, we need to make bold moves. Do you think this was the best decision? Honestly, I'm torn. Next up is Zach LaVine. His name has been buzzing around the league after a tumultuous season. His value might be lower than it should be, but when healthy, he can be a game-changer. Averaging over 23 points per game, he could lift some pressure off our stars. However, his hefty contract and defensive inconsistencies raise serious concerns. Would sacrificing depth to bring him in pay off big time or backfire spectacularly? What do you think? Then there's Nick Claxton. He might not be the flashiest name, but he could be exactly what we need. An elite defensive presence who can switch onto guards and protect the rim. With the Nets potentially looking to rebuild, snagging Claxton could give us the youth and athleticism that our front court desperately needs. Can you see him thriving alongside LeBron and Luka? Let's also consider Robert Williams. This is a gamble, sure, given his injury history. But when he's on the floor, he's a defensive menace. If the Lakers believe he can return to form, he could be a fantastic addition. The Trailblazers might part with him for future assets, making this a low-risk, high-reward move. But do we want to roll the dice on someone with shaky health? I'm genuinely curious to hear your thoughts. Clint Capella is another name worth mentioning. A traditional center who excels in rebounding and shot blocking, he could complement our superstar duo nicely. The Hawks are likely looking to rebuild, so moving Capella for young assets makes sense for them. But his lack of offensive versatility, could that be a deal-breaker for us? It's a tough call. Now Nikola Vucevic offers offensive versatility that could be a game-changer. Averaging 18.5 points and able to stretch the floor with his 3-point shooting, the downside is his defense leaves much to be desired. Would he be the right fit for a team looking to strengthen both ends of the floor? I'm not so sure. What about a blockbuster move for Walker Kessler and Colin Sexton? Kessler is an elite shot blocker, while Sexton brings scoring firepower. This trade could be a home run for us if the Jazz decide to go full rebuild. Hachimura is a solid piece, but Kessler's defensive impact and Sexton's scoring could elevate our team significantly. Finally, there's Onyeka Okongwu. At just 24, he's still developing and possesses the defensive versatility we could use. His numbers this season indicate he can score, rebound, and protect the rim. If the Hawks are willing to move him for more offensive options, the Lakers should definitely pounce. This could be a long-term investment that pays off big. As we assess these potential targets, it's clear the Lakers face critical decisions this offseason. Each option carries its own set of risks and rewards, and I want to hear from you. What do you think about these potential trades? Who should be our primary target? Join the conversation in the comments below. After a promising stretch, an 8-game winning streak had us buzzing, but now the Lakers find themselves in a precarious situation. 7 losses in their last 10 games raise eyebrows, particularly given that the team is mostly healthy. The energy and commitment that defined our earlier success seem to have faded. Luka has pointed out the team's complacency, which is a stark reminder that in this league, relaxation can be a dangerous mindset. Defensively, we've regressed, with slow rotations and a lack of urgency being evident. Our offensive flow stalls in the second half, and we can't ignore the trend of relying heavily on inside scoring. As we face upcoming matchups against tough teams like the Pacers, Bulls, and Grizzlies, every game is crucial if we want to solidify our playoff positioning. And let's talk about Jackson Hayes. He's shown flashes of brilliance, but relying on him as a primary big man isn't sustainable. The front office recognized this when they pursued Mark Williams before the trade deadline, but backed out due to concerns about his physical condition. Now, reports suggest the Lakers are eyeing a blockbuster move for Zion Williamson. The prospect of adding him is tantalizing. His explosive athleticism could transform our offense. But let's not overlook his injury history. Can we afford to gamble valuable depth for someone who has missed so much time? If we were to acquire Zion, we'd likely have to sacrifice key contributors like Austin Reeves or Hachimura. I'm torn on this one. On one hand, Williamson could create an unstoppable trio alongside Luka and LeBron. On the other hand, if he can't stay healthy, we risk depleting our roster depth, and that's a recurring issue for us. So, what's the right path? Do we go all in on Zion and risk it all, or do we stick with our current core and make smaller adjustments? I genuinely want to hear your thoughts. How do you feel about the Lakers' potential move for Zion? Is it worth the risk? This is a pivotal moment for our franchise, and I want you to join the discussion. The Los Angeles Lakers have made a significant move by signing guard Jordan Goodwin to a playoff-eligible contract, waiving Cam Reddish in the process. This decision not only underscores the Lakers' commitment to solidifying their roster for the postseason, but also highlights the emergence of Goodwin as a valuable contributor. Over the past couple of months, he's earned his spot in the rotation, showcasing his potential in a much-needed way. After going through a challenging start to his season with injuries and being assigned to the G League, Goodwin has turned things around dramatically. Since joining the Lakers on a 2-way contract, he has stepped up to the plate, averaging 6.4 points, 3.9 rebounds, and 1.4 assists in just 19 games. His shooting percentage is impressive, clocking in at 47%, and his three-point shooting at 41.3%. Is certainly something we can get excited about as fans. Not to mention, he's a strong defensive player, something coach J.J. Redick values highly. Now let's talk about the decision to waive Cam Reddish. Reddish had his moments, starting 26 games last season under coach Darvin Ham and showing glimpses of his talent. However, his role diminished this season under Redick's coaching, and despite starting in 8 games, he couldn't carve out a consistent place in the lineup. It's a tough break for Reddish, especially considering the trade deadline drama, where he was sent to Charlotte, along with rookie Dalton Knecht, only to return to LA after the deal was voided due to a failed physical. It's a roller coaster ride, isn't it? But let's get back to Goodwin. Do you think this was the best decision? Honestly, I'm torn. While Reddish has shown flashes of his potential, Goodwin's consistency and ability to contribute on both ends of the floor could be what the Lakers need as they gear up for a playoff push. The team is looking for players who can step up in critical moments, and Goodwin seems to be that guy right now. Moreover, this move reflects a broader strategy by the Lakers' front office to prioritize players who can fit into Redick's system and contribute to the team's chemistry. As we look ahead, the importance of having a solid bench and reliable role players cannot be overstated. Goodwin's ability to hit open shots and defend at a high level makes him a strategic asset, especially as we approach the postseason. The question remains, how does this impact our chances in the playoffs? With Goodwin now firmly in the mix, it could elevate our depth and allow the starters to rest more effectively. This is crucial, as fatigue tends to play a significant role in playoff performance. It's all about building momentum at this stage of the season, and Goodwin's recent performances suggest he can be a part of that. And you, what do you think? I want to hear your opinions down below. Are you as excited about Goodwin's potential as I am? Or do you feel like we could have done more with Reddish? These decisions can shape the future of our team, and every move counts as we chase that elusive championship. In my honest opinion, I believe this is the right path for the Lakers. We need players who are ready to contribute and who have something to prove, and Goodwin fits that mold perfectly. His journey from undrafted free agent to playoff-eligible contributor is an inspiring story that resonates with the spirit of the Lakers, overcoming obstacles and striving for greatness. Don't forget to activate the notification bell to get all the latest updates. Join this conversation as we dive deeper into what this means for our beloved Lakers. Like, share, and subscribe to stay connected with all the latest news and insights. Let's keep this community strong and engaged as we support our team on this journey to the playoffs.